Hello everyone and welcome to my video. So I really hope you're not scared of feet because I'm going to have my feet out in this video, and it's possible that a stray dog may come in and lick my feet and make all sorts of weird noises. So I know what you're thinking. It's actually not one of those videos. It's actually just a stretching routine, my stretching routine. You guys requested it, so I'm going to bring it to you. Usually we do quite a lot of fast-paced stuff on this channel, so this will be a nice slow video for you guys. I'm going to do it in real time so you can follow along at home. I'm going to put the sets below in the description because I'm only going to do a set per exercise for this for video demonstrational purposes. But yeah, if that dog does come in, but just ignore him. I'll probably kick him away, maybe have to stop the video. I don't know what's going to happen, but you guys are going to follow along on this stretching routine, and I'm going to do the stretching routine for you. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So I want you to get into a cross-legged position, and now we are literally just going to roll the neck round. We're going to do this 8 times. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's snoring right now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Back round. 2, 3, 4. So this is my full body stretching routine that I do daily, morning and night. Sometimes morning, sometimes just night. 8. There we go. We've done 8 on each side. It's so important to stretch. We're now going to move on to neck hold. So just grab your left hand and put it on the right side of your head, and then just slowly pull your neck towards your left shoulder. As I was saying, we're going to hold this for 15 seconds. As I was saying, so important to stretch. Honestly, it's been the best thing for my body since I started working out to stretch. 12, 13, 14, 15. And then you're just going to do the opposite on the other side. So right hand, left side of the head, pull to the right shoulder. 5. And I'm just going to count in my head. Keep it nice and simple. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's 15. So now we're going to move into the hip movements. Just get that neck nice and warm. Then we're going to move into the hip movements. So from now on, I really want you to concentrate on your breathing. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into this position with our left leg forward and our right leg back, and I just want you to take a look at my hips right now. You see how my bum's quite pointing backwards and my stomach isn't engaged? Well, I want you to just posteriorly tilt your hips forward. So I want this movement, if you can see it, and then I want you to squeeze your abs. And then you're going to hold that, and then you're just going to push forward. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. I want you to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and really let your hips sink forward, but keeping that posterior tilt and that core tight. Deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. There we go, 30 seconds, and we're just going to switch the leg. We're going to do the exact same. Right leg forward, left leg back in this sort of right angle motion. Bring the hips forward, and then tighten the core, lean forward. Breathe through the nose, in and out, slowly. Look forward, maybe close your eyes. Usually I would do more than this. I would do 3 sets because my hips are quite tight. So I do 3 sets of this one exercise, but I'm only going to do 1. But if your hips are tight, I would recommend doing more than 1 set. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the nose. 30. Okay, that's that done. So now we're going to move on to a little bit of ankle flexion. This is what I do personally for me in my stretching routine. So what you're going to do is you're just going to sit back into this, like I am in this position, and you're going to put your right arm on your right knee, or just behind your right knee, and then you're just going to move it forward, and then you're going to move it back. We're going to do 10 of these. It's just getting your ankle mobility a bit more of a stretch, because we need that ankle mobility for squats and everyday life. 3. We're just going to rock back and forth. 4. 5. 6. 7. I definitely think you can hear better. 8. 9. 10. And now we're just going to switch legs on that. We're literally going to do the exact same on the opposite leg. So put your arm down for a bit of balance if you want. Left arm on your left knee, just behind, and rock forward. You've got much more movement in my left ankle than my right ankle. You can probably see that. 3. 4. Try and get really forward into this. 5. Put some pressure on your ankle. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, once you've done that, we're just going to come back into our hip position. But what I want you to do is really sink, sort of lean forward on this one, sink into this sort of position. And I just want you to roll your hips around in a circle motion. Do some hip circles. 2. We're going to do 12 on each side. 3. 4. 5. Nice and slow. 6. Still with breathing through your nose and out through your nose. 7. 8. Really feel it. 9. Keep your ankle straight. 12. Okay, now we're just going to switch legs. Come into the exact same position. And then just get those hip circles. I want a bit of a wider stance here for my hips. 1. 2. 3. In through nose, out through nose. 4. 9. You should really feel your hips opening. 10. 11. 12. There we go. That's the hip section finished. Now we're going to move on to the back section. Now, a lot of you probably do sit down in a chair, tilted over like this on the desk a lot, all day long, every day. I know I do it a lot as well. So we really want to target counteracting that. So we're going to move into 3 or 4 back stretches, and this is really going to help you to improve your posture and keep a much more upright position. And it's just going to really bend your back sort of the way it should be, because we do really sit into this position and get really stuck in this forward motion position. So you're going to come onto all 4s, just like this, feet up, toes up like that. Keep your knees straight and hands just out in front of you. Sort of bring your scapula back in nice and tight. And I just want you to breathe in and bring your spine right to the ceiling. Just pull your spine to the ceiling. And then breathe out and let your spine come back down towards the floor. Lift your neck up and look forward. That is 1 repetition. We're going to do 12 of these, nice and slow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Six, halfway there. We're just going to stop halfway. Okay, we're on 6. We're going to stay in this position, and what we're going to do is we're just going to roll our shoulders forward, down, up and around. And we're going to do that for 8. 2, 3, 4, down and around, 5. This is really going to open up your shoulders. 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to come back into that position, into the cat-cow position, and then we're going to begin the stretch again. We're going to do our last 6. So breathe in. So this exercise is called a cat-cow, and the exercise with the shoulders is called shoulder cars. Last 2, 5, 6, last one. Breathe in, big one. We're just going to stay in this position, okay? And now we're going to perform the shoulder cars again, except now we're going to move our shoulders back, around, up, down, back, around, up, down. Do this for 8, 3. Concentrate on your breathing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that is now done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stay in this sort of all fours position, okay? And then we're going to perform it almost very similar, except we're going to sit back, have our bum, instead of sitting forward, we're going to sit back slightly, have our bum closer to the floor. We're going to grab our arm against our head. Well, we're just going to touch it. We're going to move this arm forward, right arm forward, left arm is going to be touching top of your head. And then you're just going to bring your elbow through that arm, and then you're going to bring it right up to the top. Don't know if you heard that, but as my back clicking, you might get that too. You can do this for 8 on each side, and this is thoracic rotation. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice and slow. 7, 8. And now we're just going to bring our arm back down, and we're just going to do that on the opposite side. Right hand touching your forehead, we're going to the side of your head, bring the elbow through, bring the elbow out. Another click in the back, that's what we want. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try and open your chest. 7, 8. Lovely. Get the stretch. Come back down into all fours position. Now we're just going to extend our feet out. We're going to come down onto our stomachs. We're going to have both hands here in front of us, and we're going to push our chest up with our hands, not too hard, but enough, and extend the neck upwards. So Cobra position. You're going to hold that, and you're going to bring that down for 8 repetitions. Just like that. This is really going to help your posture for when you're sitting down all day long. 3, 4, 5. A bird has just walked across. 6, 7. Push up, that's it. Come down, 8. Get the stretch, breathe out, back down. Finish that Cobra position, and you are going to come up, okay? And then you're just going to bring your right leg forward. And what I want you to do is I want you to angle it sort of at a right angle. And then I'm just going to have both hands in front. Put the back leg backwards, have a right angle in your front leg and your right leg. And then you're just going to hold it for 5. Breathe in, breathe out. And then as you move towards your 30 seconds, which is how I'm going to hold this exercise for, this stretch, we're going to slowly come more forward till we can have both hands on the floor. And then if you can get your head as close as possible to the floor, you've done well. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep stretching. This mat's a bit sliding. You should feel this right up on your glutes. Okay, 30 seconds out. Carefully get out of the movement like this. Bring your leg forward. And then you're going to do the same for the other leg. Now this leg is a weaker leg, so we're just going to swing him in. And you're just going to bring your leg forward. Much tighter on this side I am. As I said, slowly move into the position where you can get both arms on the floor. And hold that for 30 seconds. This mat is quite sliding, I'm slipping. I'm trying my best to hold it. There we go, 30 seconds up. That was a pigeon stretch. Once you finish that, I just want you to come onto all fours, and I just want you to do some ankle rotations. Round for 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, then back round the other way. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, after we've done that, we're just going to take a little bit of time to come into the child's pose. You're just going to sit back down, you're going to extend your hands out, we're going to hold for 30. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, through your nose, nice and slow. Okay, once you've held that for 30 seconds, you're going to come onto your bum. You're going to have your legs extended. And I just want you to point your toes upwards, and I want you to reach forward as far as you can. Don't judge me, I'm not very good at this, I have very tight hamstrings. I want you to reach as far forward as you can. It's going to stretch your lower back and your hamstrings. And then I just want you to lean far forward as you can. Holding this for 30 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out. You can touch your toes by now, that is really good. I am struggling. We've held that for 30 seconds now. And then once you've finished with that stretch, okay, a little hamstring stretch, what I want you to do is have one leg forward and then one leg across, so preferably your right leg across and your left leg forward, and you're going to grab your knee and then you're just going to open up, just like that. Get your right hand as far back as you possible and then just push against the knee. It's just going to open up the glutes in your chest. Once you've done that for 15, you're then going to swap legs, right leg forward, left leg across, right arm on the knee, left arm back, stretch that. For 15, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. As you can see, a very hip, glute, back dominant stretching routine. And then you're just going to come on to all fours again. And what I want you to do, this is called the frog's hold. You're going to get your knees as far out as you can. You're probably going to move off the mat. And then you're just going to have your legs flat on the floor. Have your feet flat on the floor like that. Okay? It's a good stretch. Bring your both feet flat on the floor like that, and knees wide. Have your hands out here in front of you, and then you're just going to rock forward and rock back, and then sink right back into that. So your hips should feel like they are about to burst, like mine. 2. We're going to do this for 10. Breathe in. 3. Breathe out. 4. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just hold this last one. Sink right in. Okay, now safely bring your legs together, knees together, and then we're just going to finish with the child's pose. Not too long of a stretching routine, but it really is going to help you if you can do this daily. Twice as well is really good. Bring your knees out slightly, come back into that child's pose. Last 30, we're just going to stretch. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the nose. Try to gather your thoughts as you come to the end of the routine. Breathe in, breathe out. Last 10. And 30. Maybe give a few arm pulls just at the end. Just stretch your arm through the middle gap. And we have completed our stretching routine. So I do that daily with a couple of hamstring, calf and quad exercises in there as well, but I don't feel that is necessary for everyone. That is completely personalized to me, so this is much more of a well-rounded routine for everyone to try. It is a beginner's routine. I wouldn't say any of those exercises are difficult in any way, shape or form, but if you are tight, you will find some difficulty in performing them. But as time goes on and you become more flexible, more mobile, you will be able to perform that stretching routine a lot easier, and then you can move on to some harder stretching, because everything obviously needs to be progressed. Everything needs to have progressive overload, so for you to get better, so you need to make sure you are, you know, progressively getting better at stretching and doing harder stretches as time goes on. Thank you so much for watching. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Another video in the bag, and it is my stretching routine, so I hope you guys do try it. Well, you need to try it, you need to do it, because it is a great one. So thank you so much for watching again. Like, subscribe, your support means the world to me and I really appreciate it. Just a quick fire video here for you guys to try. You requested it, so I gave it to you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Stay max fit.